Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. Today's episode comes to you at 2:20 p.m. How you doing? So a week until Christmas. I'm noticing it's December 18th. That's pretty crazy. I did my Christmas shopping yesterday, so I'm in the clear. Hope you're doing well. We're done. Tethys is over. Finally, we can move on to a good clan, a good... oh. Oh no. Oh no. We gotta play this guy now. Well, he's better than Tethys. You know, Penumbra as a champion, he's not bad. He just has the very sad distinction of being in Umbra. How sad. Uh, yeah, we're gonna play Penumbra today. I'm just gonna random because... But what do you want to play with Penumbra? Architect, anything. Trample. I don't know, really anything with trample. Yeah, we're gonna do what we can. The only Penumbra, I mean, Gorge Penumbra you do have to invest in. The problem, I'll give Gorge Penumbra one chance. Gorge Penumbra gets one chance to hit one of the winning relics, and if he doesn't hit it, then he's just getting thrown away and we're gonna play a real run with him. But, anyway. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, let's rock. I've been, you know, what the people have been loving the All Champions series. I'm glad you guys have been enjoying. Like the views are up. It's crazy. I didn't think that this was gonna do like any different than normal Monster Train, but it's been a fun series, making it almost to the halfway point. It was looking so good until Tethys. Umbra melting. We got Rage, Curse, Patient, Pack Morsels, Entombed Explosive, Ember Forge. Here we go. Uh-huh. Votive key. Dude, I forgot. So I've been working on that balance patch video. I'm gonna give you guys sneak peeks when I see things like this. Votive key used to be maybe the worst artifact in the game. I don't like it actively hurt you. It used to say apply endless to all friendly waxers or to all waxers, which is the clan tag of Dregs, Drafts, the Two Ladies, and Legion of Wax. So this relic used to make it so that your dregs had endless, which was terrible. Just atrocious. Now it's pretty good. Endless for Monstrous Penumbra sounds good. Kinda wanted to do like Architect here, but hey, it's fine. Monstrous Penumbra, you can play around Monstrous Penumbra. Trample Boy, he's okay, but it's not easy because you just have to hit, and a lot of times if you miss, you're just going to lose. I mean, always if you miss, you're just going to lose. Because Penumbra without the Void Binding scaling on a trample path, and it has to be really good Void Binding scaling, but without those things, you are doomed. Now, almost every card in this deck will proc an Endless for Votive Key, which is going to be a little annoying, but it is going to let us just use like an Antumbra Morsel or an Entombed Explosive every turn. Wait, look at this deck. What the hell? Wait, every card in this deck has a way it procs Endless. What? Except for Deadweight. Packed Morsels, 2 Entombed Explosives, Ember Forge. Huh. Another thing that I've noticed when reading through all these old balance patch notes though, there definitely was this idea for Umbra that kind of was thrown out. I'm going to get hit here. You don't have any tricks. The idea for Umbra was this like big energy plan, pretty much. You can see it with cards like Ember Forge and Perils giving you energy. The idea being, make a lot of energy, have Umbra cash it out, but yeah, like Perils. Hey. As much as I'd like to take Space Prism, it's gotta be Perils so we can open ourselves up to Void Binding. And then... I'll play Molten Encasement, it's good. What the hell? Oh man. Oh, man, there was a Sketches and there's a Shadowsiege. Alright, well someone's gonna have to play the seed back. Maybe I'll play the seed back, actually. Yeah, I will. I'll replay this one at the end. We'll play a little something here. Could be fun. So here's the question, and the answer is yes. I'm gonna play Morsel Maid. I'm sorry, but it's the right play. It really drives me nuts, though, that Umbra, for some reason, has no Gorge synergy between its units. The only Gorge synergy is the one on Alloyed Construct. Speaking of which, we're coming right here for Remove Consume on Morsels, and we're looking for Alloyed Construct. Yeah, so this run is done and dusted, and I have no problem playing it like this because ultimately the way you're gonna play Trample Penumbra is, hey, he's pretty good, and then here's something better. And that's what we're gonna do here as well. Hey, he's pretty good. Now here's the unit that, like, he's gonna soften the enemies up, and this is the average use case for this unit. He's gonna soften the enemies up, and then whatever we're doing on a higher floor is going to win the game for us. However, oh man, we're playing Morsel Maid. Oh geez. I'm gonna do everything in my power to not make this run an hour. We're gonna not take the trial. I'm gonna do everything I can to not have to play this run for an eternity. The Votive Key helps our boy out also. Alloyed Construct doesn't, or Morsel Maid doesn't need to eat first. I'm gonna call him Alloyed Construct a lot because I'm just gonna read Alloyed Construct sometimes and go, yep, that's Alloyed Construct. Yeah, with the Endless too, it's like, oh man. We are very safe here because we're gonna get a morsel every turn, guaranteed. So I'm gonna do everything in my power now to actually play this run and not just sit here watching Morsel Maid things. Oh, it's a sweep. That's sad. I have to take a 1. Tragic. Yeah, we have this guaranteed morsel every turn. You like? I think that what Morsel Maid says is caps locks versions of what the morsels will say, which is pretty funny. Yeah, but the deal we're going through here is when I get to this point, I'm just going to end turn 3 times because this fight's over. That looked like a visual bug, right? Hang on a second. Did you see that? These enemies, I swear it looked like they were making the attack animation of the other guy. Huh. It looked like the Reconcilers, I think their name is Reconcilers, it looked like they were making the attack animation of the boss, High Priest. Is that their name? Reconciler? I think it is. Is there a boss version of every unit in the game? Like of every one of the base units? No. The Ring 7 enemies do not have boss versions. Like, Pyre Wings doesn't have a boss version. The Harvest enemy doesn't have a boss version, but the tank and the... I guess the Wingless General Nafil, she doesn't really... She's not a unit, right? Oh. I'm thinking about it now. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and intrinsic a pack morsels. Oh, Wingmaker? Do nothing? Sure, we can take good old Wingmaker. I'm thinking about it. I guess Nafil is like a base heavy, like a winged conduit type of unit, right? Not winged conduit. What are they? Like Gilded Wing. That's the one. That's the one, dude. I'm struggling to get these names today, but. Yeah, I don't think, because like what I'm saying here is each of the mini bosses, each of like the minor ring bosses are improved versions of a specific enemy. So like the Discipled Inquisitor is one of the clergymen, I would say, or you could say he's one of the 5 ones. The 5 ones don't have one either though, now that I think about it, right? What are they? Now, this entire train of thought has just been me trying to come up with the names of every unit in the game, which I am failing at because of course I am. That's not easy. I do have to watch, I don't have enough hits to kill some of these enemies off. We just have to play a drag or something. But the holdover Rubble Morsel, or sorry, Endless Rubble Morsel with a Morsel Maid. Basically an energy relic. Huh. How about it? There's no reason to avoid stealthing here. I should kill one of these because I can take like 6 damage if I'm not careful here. Especially with that stealth up. One of these will probably live now, actually. Yeah, if I didn't stealth here, I would be fine. But alas, I will play this round of morsels and then I will not play anymore. Yeah, it's okay. We take like a 3. I should have not stealthed. I said there was no reason not to stealth. There was a reason not to stealth, actually. It was because I needed to play a unit behind, because we don't have any things. We have 1 thing in this round. So playing a unit behind would have been more important. Yeah, Trample Stone seals the deal here. This run is now over for sure. You could play Morsel Maker. It really doesn't matter what I do here now. I'm gonna take draw so I can hit Trample Stone faster, and then I'm gonna go look for another multi-strike. But you can do whatever you want here, truly. I'm down to give him a large stone, actually. A little more base HP doesn't hurt. And also, I don't want to have to come to another steel shop when this gives me, it's not multi-strike. Hey. My confidence. Morsel Master is good here, but again, I just don't want to. And then we'll go Trample 3. It's interesting because, well, you know. Well, you get it, I'm sure. But if you don't get it, it's interesting because I guess I should finish this thought in its entirety. The problem here is that Trample Penumbra is meaningless. And so if I don't take a space upgrade, I am not like able to play Trample Penumbra, which is fine. But the point of this series is to play like the champions and get a win with them. But at the same time, you and I both saw what happens when we sit here and we go, oh yeah, let's try to play around the champion. You went through the worst fucking Tethys runs of my life. Played some of the most awful Tethys runs I've ever seen in my entire life. So, I don't know. I'm like, sometimes the game's gonna show you Morsel Maid and you're gonna go, okay, I'll take the freebie, thank you, Monster Train. As we're going to do here. There's not a whole lot of nuance to it. I'm gonna click on these units and then I'm gonna go, hey, wait a minute. Aren't I actually getting hit here? Well, actually Penumbra makes it so I don't get hit. It's sort of like how when I splashed Reaper Prince offered me the most, like, minute amount of value and I went, wow, that is more than I ever expected. Because in the mid-game, Reaper Prince ended up carrying me before I got any consistency in my rage generation, if you remember. I would have won either way, but the Reaper Prince gave me a little bit more HP than I would have had. Which was cool, it was nice to see. But here, I guess Trample Penumbra is going to do a similar thing of the bare minimum. But Trample Penumbra is a unit you can build around and you can play around. If they show me Void Binding, maybe I'll pivot this run. Too late. Because it's not like I'm all in on this. I can just go like, I can go space if they show me Void Binding. And we can have fun with a little Trample Penumbra gaming. But it needs holdover as well, so we'll see what they show us. Didn't actually look and verify that I was getting the kill there, I just assumed. Okay, you know what? I am 100% in to switch this run up. We're still gonna play our Morsel Maid because he's good, but why not make it a little better? There's no reason not to. It's not like I'm missing anything here. I'm not missing out. Morsel Maid's a very simple unit to play. Worst case, I'm gonna be down a Draw Relic, which won't be that big of a loss. So the plan here is to go -1 Void Binding. We reroll. Permafrost isn't great, but I guess I'll go. We want to make cards free now. Go -1 Shade Splitter. And we will leave. Money? No. I think I will go to another magic shop. But I have, temples left. I have a temple left. Okay, I should take some pack shards because I could actually see myself not getting enough. That would be very silly of me. Spell Shield 2, I have no damaging spells. So Trample Penumbra is not going to do much right now, but he and Morsel Maid together are going to both do not very much and lead us to an endgame where one of them is going to do a lot. That's how this one plays out now. Trample Penumbra softens them up, Morsel Maid finishes them off. Well, that's not great, is it? I should have given the Endless to an Umbra, but it wouldn't have made a difference here anyway. It's also a deck that could do an infinite if it saw the pieces for one. I do have a damaging spell. I forgot about good old Wingmaker. How could I? Deck is a lot of cards. I hope I draw Umbra Stone. It's also, the draw is slowed by the Votive Key pretty heavily. I have no damaging spells, right? Okay, so I should Wingmaker the bottom floor because there's a chance I could draw into Wingmaker again? No, there isn't. Alright, thankfully I drew Trample Stone, so I'm not going to take infinity damage here. I'm going to take 0. But that was a little up to interpretation. But it's not like I can skip playing morsels. If you get hit here, you get hit here. And it's gonna suck. I might have actually died. Here goes Emberforge, by the way. I feel like Emberforge has a simple fix to it. Well, simple, quote unquote. I feel like Emberforge needs to say, like, end of turn, gain 2 energy. Or at the start of your turn, gain 2 energy. Something like that. And then on play, gain 2 energy. Something, end of turn means that if it dies, you still get the value on the next turn. Like, it gives you 2 energy here, basically, is what I'm saying. That would be fine. Or the other option being start of turn, gain 2 energy, and then you have it go after Rage or Ember Drain goes off. So that you can play around Ember Drain with it. Wow, really? Yo. Alright, it's fine. I got, you know, this is why you can't get too cocky, but hey, you know what? I didn't want to play that run. I didn't want it. I didn't want it. It's okay. I refuse to take more morsel cards. I will take Crushing Demise. And we're gonna look for the Void Binding out. Get me out of this Morsel Maid run, Void Binding. Hold over, hey. Hold over Void Binding, and then you put like 3 of this card down and we're good to go. There we go, because we're not gonna have energy, so we need to 0 cost things now, more importantly. -1 some Shade Splitters. Should be alright. I will take the Relic. Abandon and Umbra. That's good. They are all like this is an amalgamation of every one of my least favorite relics and cards to play with right now. I hate Abandon and Umbra. You know, all I need is Cheater's Hand. Don't need Cheater's Hand to really put this one in the winner's seat. Or oh man, I don't want to do that. Yeah, there's a Hellvent. I didn't look at it, but I could tell based on what I've seen so far that there had to be a Hellvent. What do you want to do here? I think you want to play... Well, Penumbra shouldn't die, so I'm going to play an Endless on the Rubble Morsel for the extra energy here to deal with the curses. That's going to be the plan. Also, Endless Rubble Morsel bypasses Ember Drain, actually. That gives you 1 energy. Huh. How about that? We obviously want to pivot to a better morsel at some point, but for now, hey, it's not bad. Nice. Another one of those balance changes that I saw in the... I didn't even see this one until I was watching older videos. Originally... I'll take this one, yeah. Originally, Tombs had 5 HP, and they were also a lot weaker, just baseline. They weren't weaker because they had 5 HP, they were weaker because they had less damage. Like, Stealth Tomb gave 1 stealth, for example. But, yeah, Tombs had 5 HP, and I was watching a run where an enemy hit my Tomb and it lived, and I took damage for it, and I went, damn. That was terrible. That was not a good idea. I'm glad they changed it. They also changed The other relic that got changed in Melting. Melting had a lot of changes, by the way. But Melting got... What was it? It was like... I went to play Void Binding on him. Yeah. Melting, it was, not Waxer Snuffer, it was the one that gives your tombs Burnout 1 and 30 HP. I think it... I don't remember exactly what got changed about it. I should double check, because now I don't remember. But that one also got changed. A lot of Melting got changed, though. Because Melting was awful. Hey, here's a pop quiz for you that I actually don't know off the top of my head. How much lifesteal does Morsel Mage use up here? I think it's 3. It's 2? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, as much as I would like to end turn, I really can't. Like, every point of energy matters here. Man. Save my brother. Save my man Morsel Mage. The worst part about this all is that if I do this Void Binding pivot, it really is best to just play it on... it's best to play it on the Morsel Mage since I have a... Trample Stone. I'm not ready to face that fact, though. I mean, I guess I could just give him Trample and then move on. But no, he has to eat because he has fuel. Easy to forget because he has so much of it, but if I stop playing cards, eventually he runs out of fuel. Just not really, because I'm playing, like, 40 morsels. This would be a cool run to see Shadowbox in. No. I haven't played a Hallowed Halls run in a long time. I'm gonna take space so that I can play Trample Penumbra, potentially. No, thank you. I swear I always get her at the last moment. Like, I don't think you can see her later than that. So, realistically here, the best thing to do is to go to the other path, take the Steel Shop, look for multi-strike for our Morsel Mage, but I am here to make more Void Bindings, because I think both paths should win. We'll Spell Chain Perils, because I need 15 pack shards. And I will go Monstrous 3. This is Penumbra's moment. We do need to get the deck down a little bit so that Penumbra can actually, like, play. This is a lot of damage, actually, for a +8. I think I'll take it, but what we unfortunately have to do is not play around Penumbra. We have to play around our guy on the top floor. Yeah. Penumbra dies before he gets a swing off, even. And so we're gonna go Morsel Made, Eat. That lets us play Trample Stone. And we'll eat all of these morsels. He does have a pretty high damage requirement. So I think that the combo platter here is gonna do well. Yeah, he doesn't even swing. Do that. Quick iced tea break. I've been drinking a little iced tea. The Arizona with lemon. It's decent. It's a little like, it's a little much for me at times, I feel like. It's a little tangy almost. But it's not bad. 60 times 2. Morsel Mate doesn't actually do enough damage right now, so I'm gonna throw these at him. Because all of my morsel generation is free anyway. And I would really like to avoid taking 28 times 3. Yeah. So the rage makes a little bit of a difference if you miss there. And most likely we're getting a Rubble Morsel on this turn anyway. But yeah, he's only 88 times 2, which is not really all that good. But then you throw in these Void Bindings and you hope for the best. Huh. Yeah, I'm getting clobbered here, huh? Aren't I? Am I dead? I might be dead. Huh. Hmm. Okay, so this is a question where you really gotta dig deep. This gun has a 25% chance to shoot me in the head, and a 75% chance to make the fatal wound cutting my arm off less bad. So what do you do? Do you take the 75% chance of instant death, or sorry, the 75% chance of being okay, and the 25% chance of dying, versus the 100% chance of losing a limb here? Because I will take a lot of damage. It is it is quite a bit. It is 36 plus 46. It's 82 damage here for this round. I'm gonna put the gun down. I'm gonna put it down. It's just not worth it. It truly is not worth it. It's an unfortunate circumstance, by the way. I don't disagree. I don't think it's wrong to take the trial here. I missed like crazy, if you're unaware. Having both of those be at the bottom of my deck was a real shame. One Void Binding higher in the deck and we don't take that damage, but it is what it is. I almost pulled the trigger. I almost pulled it. I almost shot the gun. It was close. I could feel it. I was like, man. But at the end of the day, I'll probably survive, and I don't want to have to I mean, if I die there, I die there, and we just start fresh, because that's not like... That isn't, oh, I misplayed, oh, well, I could replay this differently. I could just not shoot myself in the head. True. Good point, me. Alright, I think 278 times 2 is enough here. Not enough. Come on, brother. There you go. 23 times 2 in the back line, and I'm sitting here going, yeah, I could just end my turn here. No, I can't. Get me out of here. Get me the hell out of here. Another Void Binding. Flap it in. Could go resin removal, actually. It's kind of funny. I think it's terrible, but it's kind of funny. The old duplicate, I suppose. It makes the Void Binding worse, but it's okay. It makes the new Void Binding better. Hey, Shadowbox. That's cool. That works on this run. Give me another Void Binding. Give me... Yeah, this relic got changed. I don't remember what it was before, though. Flicker's Liquor is just my whole run is now free, and energy is a non-issue. So much of a non-issue that I'm going to remove Perils even though it's spell chained. Because I do not need it. Everything in this deck is now free. How the hell has Emberforge escaped my wrath for this long? How on earth is Emberforge still sitting there? Yeah, that's fine. It's alright, it's alright. Patient Seraph, I'm at 100 of 100. The Void Binding pivot actually is going to help a lot on Patient Seraph too. I don't know, it's like... Morsel Maid is... I have a problem with this game, and the problem that I have is that I tend to look at it and go, oh, obviously this is a free win. I don't need to think anymore. This run isn't a free win. Patient Seraph could beat my ass here, but he won't because I have damage shield sources thanks to the Void Bindings. But he could. You get it, Penumbra. Penumbra gets a whole round here. Oh, buddy. Watch him work. Unfortunately, the Void Binding Penumbra plan does not appear to be coming to fruition today. Truly do not care about the incants. Or the rallies. Here you go, Penumbra. You can live another day. I gave you a team to help you survive. Penumbra lives this. You gotta have faith. He doesn't live that. Look. I like Penumbra. I think he's a handsome fella. I think he deserves to be here. It's just not right, Penumbra. It's just not right to give you the Void Bindings here. He doesn't have it. The top 4 guys got the sauce. Morsel Maid has it. Penumbra doesn't have it. I wait one turn. Why not? Why not wait a turn here, huh? We can get this 290 knocked out as well. Look at that. Morsel Blitz, baby. It also cleared that wave. I mean, I guess that wave was guaranteed to not be a problem. Like, I get a free round. How much damage shield am I at? I'm at 12. When I get to like 20 fuel, yeah, like now, I'm gonna stop playing morsels. I'm just gonna play Void Bindings now, and we're gonna get out of here. I'll play the Morsel Miner every turn. But, yeah, I don't... He's at 231 times 2, and this is 6 damage shield per round now. This fight's over. There's only one way I can lose it. And I wouldn't. I wouldn't shoot the gun. I've already put the gun down today. 283 times 2 is actually not that much damage, though. I do not hate pivoting to trying to scale Penumbra. We might have to do both, actually, on the Divinity. God, imagine if every unit had hunger. Every Gorge unit, anyway. It would be a significantly less enjoyable clan to play. And it's already pretty miserable, but it would be miserable for a different reason. Alright, Mr. The Last Divinity. Let's see what it is today. Alright. Probably not my greatest move. We're gonna play a Magma Morsel every turn. I want the scaling. 6 is better than 3. It is twice as much scaling. Sorry about the extra damage you take here, Penumbra. Penumbra, though, Trample Penumbra does do something for you, and it is he chunks the first wave and lets you. He basically buys you 1 round as a champion, which is more than some champions are able to do for you. So I don't hate on him here. However, the Void Bindings are late, so unfortunately, Trample Penumbra, you're off the team. You didn't make the cut today. I want to have my Shadowbox proc in 2 turns. We want Shadowbox to go off on the turn where the mini-boss spawns. Because that will hit the Harvest Wave and wipe it out, and it will chunk the mini-boss enough for, hopefully, Morsel Maid to handle it. Hopefully. Good old Wingmaker is definitely on this run. Undeniably, it is here. Yeah, we're gonna hit Shadowbox at the perfect timing. I guess technically the perfect timing would be the turn after this one, assuming this wave dies. Oh, but this wave doesn't die, so Shadowbox is gonna save my life. You Shadowbox, very cool. Well, if I didn't play Wingmaker here, I would actually just wipe this wave entirely. And then the Morsel Blitz goes off. It heavily reduces the damage we're threatened by. I picked Crushing Demise for the mini-boss, because I recognize I don't actually have a good way to kill him right now. 141 times 2 isn't enough, and I got chunked out. So, I don't know if I will actually draw Crushing Demise. I draw Crushing Demise 1 turn late, but it'll be in time for the next mini boss. The first mini boss usually isn't that big of a problem. Chains or Inquisitor. What do you think? Do you think he's a clergyman? He's like a mix between a clergyman and a crossbow guy. Right? But like, neither of them have a weapon like that. Maybe he's just his own race. Yeah, we got 200 times 2 here. Oh, my Crushing Demise is actually a turn early. I forgot. It should be fine, actually. We are, with Shadowbox, barely there. 248 times 2 is not enough, but anything's fine. A man's actually not scaling very fast, even with the triple Void Binding. It's crazy how much damage you need to make it through this fight. And just how, like, not good this damage scaling is. We are barely making it to 290 times 2 here. And that's with 3 Void Bindings and all of the morsel generation that we have. It's a little bit sad, actually. Oh, for a second I saw no X's when I scrolled up here. I thought I didn't have it. I was gonna say, what happened? No, we're good. We're there now. I guess if you get the Void Bindings a little sooner, it's less of a problem too, though. But, I don't know. Void Binding scaling hasn't felt very good to me lately. I don't know about you guys, but like, yeah, look at this. This guy's alive. We are hitting our numbers only slightly. Now, to be fair, I could have gotten another multi-strike on this round, surely. I could have looked at it a little more. To be fair. But it's alright. 420 times 2. But don't click that dial. We're playing a second run. Don't forget. We're doing a little bit of a run back. Because there's a little something here for you. There's a little something special on this run. I don't know if you've forgotten by now. Perhaps your mind has been numbed by the morsel-made gameplay you just witnessed. But there's a little someone waiting for us in the first combat. Now I gotta tell you, there is no universe. There's no universe where you would naturally find this, because this run has like 20 units on start or something like that. Raising Trials, kinda. Let's run it back real quick, because it can work. It can definitely work. You just gotta get through the nightmare opener. Pick your sketches. You pick your monstrous. You pick your boons. We go in here, we go, oh yeah, give me the unit draft. And Ember Forge. It really is going to be a little bit of RNG though on if we live or die at the start of this run. But hey, it's fun. You know, it's an enjoyable experience for us all, regardless of if I win or lose. Man, and I don't have Votive Key. That's the real sick part. Votive Key, while very good, is very annoying. I know it's a great relic, but man, I don't like to play it sometimes, because it's just so much thought, and it hurts your card draw. And I don't like those two things combined. Same, fight play is exactly the same. Well, I guess not exactly the same. No, actually it's exactly the same. It's slightly different, but I do still get hit. Oh, but with no Endless. It's okay, top 4's got me. It actually doesn't have me, I am getting hit right now, but I just throw in a little sauce, and we're good to go. No problem, no problem. So I know, I know. I'm a knower, and we're gonna take perils anyway. I am not going to pick a unit though, because we have a little Sketches Shadowsiege action on this seed. Now we are going to the Steel Shop for a hopeful multi-strike. No multi-strike on this run, interesting. Perhaps there is not a multi-strike. Did you know, by the way, if you large stone a Shadowsiege, he doesn't get bigger? Because he's as big as you can get. We could give him Burnout 1. That sounds pretty bad. I'm just gonna give a Shadowsiege Self-Infusion. It's Siege. Now I'm gonna go Damage Shield 3 though, actually, because I think that's good. 3 instances of damage negated is solid. And I guess quick would be better, but I actually think there might not be a multi-strike on this seed. Yeah, so the run is gonna be a little worse when we don't see a Shadowsiege pulled from the brink here. But we can be okay. We can put some morsels on the top floor and call it fine. Maybe. Not if I'm in trouble. In our darkest hour, we call upon you, Battleforge. Go get him, boss. It really is the best thing I can feed morsels to because it has the highest HP. What a world. What a wacky world. Our goal here is going to... I took the trial course because I need money to pay for the removals to turn this into a playable situation. I need to unfortunately remove most of this deck so that I can play Shadowsiege, but we will see. It's the fun sketches line. Oh, by the way, they're definitely not playing the animation of the Reconciler, or the High Priest animation on the Reconcilers. I was just misseeing it. Save me, Battleforge, you're my only hope. He's done it again. Battleforge, you genius. Immortal Trade is good for this. Yeah, if I was paying closer attention, I would have played Immortal Trade and I would not have taken Damage Shield, but that's okay. Oh, we go duplicate here, by the way. Give me the second siege. There's only 2 more duplicates, so it's fine to leave 2 in and hope for the best. You are gonna do great, Emberforge. I should take the hammer, but I didn't want to. I wanted to make the forge. It's a terrible mistake, by the way. Hey, we got one. Let's go. Fight's over. There's no curses. I'm just gonna end turn. There's nothing that can hurt me here. Well, I guess that's not necessarily true. I don't have enough hits to kill everything, so I need Penumbra to deal with it. Things can hurt me. Emberforge doesn't have trample. Yet. Or not Emberforge, sorry, Shadowsiege. Emberforge? I just fed 25 armor, by the way. For fun. Emberforge. Wait, it can... No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's okay, Penumbra cleans up. Penumbra dies. He takes 15. I have to give Bell another 25 armor here to keep Penumbra alive to wipe this wave. Now Penumbra carries. You got it, Penumbra, you got it. Great job, buddy. Trample Penumbra, he can act as this cleanup duty idea. Not terrible. Umberstone, yep. No to any of these. And I guess you take draw. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Like, I went to the steel shop. There was not a multi-strike. So, this is the only shop that I didn't go to in the last run for steel shop worthy. We gotta go removals here. This is a prior knowledge choice though, and that's the point, is to just real quick run back through this seed and see the fun extra stuff we can do. But it's a little bit of a shame, isn't it? We're gonna grab a Purge Stone here. I'm gonna go to Shade Splitter. And I guess I should buy removals, right? I should get rid of like 2 more stewards. We can get this pretty close to... this is an interesting question now, and this is a probability question. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 units. We pick 4 of them. What are the odds that one of them is Shadowsiege? This is one of those probability things that I'm not able to do. I never really got permutations and combinations super well. You got 10 units, now you have 9 units. We pick 4. I want one of them to be Shadowsiege. What are the odds? 100%. Easy as that, baby. And we trample them up. How lovely. So I think I can actually just end my turn. I don't think anything gets past a 200 damage trample in this fight. I want to put that theory to the test, though. I guess I have to play the curse. And also 150 health. With Penumbra helping, it was for sure. Guaranteed. Easy to forget that Trample Penumbra is actually like really useful at the start of a run like this. Trample Penumbra kind of lets them know. Yeah, that's what I thought. I took Perils. I guess I should pick Void Binding because they can cut me down a little bit. And there's, as you saw, there's nothing for me to play. So I'm gonna pop over here. Need to get pack shards, and the pack shards for money are good. We gotta clear out Entombed Explosive now. Now, I know the odds are getting better. We're at, what, 7 units, pick 2? Or pick 4? I want one of these two. 3, 4, 5, yeah, it's 7. There was a period of time where I knew this when I was taking Discrete Structures 1 in college. There was a period of time where I could have answered this question, actually. But no longer. I'm gonna try to get this deck down to as few cards as I can. Yeah, I will take this. Again, Spell Shield. I actually have no spells this time because I didn't take it. Yeah, we got 2. Did Penumbra die last time before hitting? Does he die? No. It must be a pack shards difference. Yeah, it must be a pack shards difference. Hey, go get him in Reforge. The trample is better on the front Shadowsiege, I think. But I'm not 100% on that. Also, Self-Made Harpy doesn't stand a chance here. It's not close. I'm gonna end turn. Maybe it's better on the second one? I think it is actually better on the second Shadowsiege over the first, because the first Shadowsiege is going to be hitting, like, these. You can clobber one heavy and then let the second one clean up the backline. I think it is better to go on the second one to clean up the backline with Trample, because that's what we want Trample for. Okay, that makes sense to me. I don't think I'm going to take Crushing Demise this time around. Alright, so if there's no multi-strike in this steel shop, there are no multi-strikes on the run. That's how it works out here. We are now at guaranteed Shadowsiege, by the way. This run does have a singular multi-strike. How nice. And the Firestone housing, actually. I forgot about that. Sure, buddy, have a plus 25. We go to the caverns, we get... I mean, I guess Railforger's Hammer is good, actually. It means that you can always play Penumbra. Now that I give it another moment of thought. So we're going to go to 85 here when we self-infuse Shadowsiege. And then we're going to go to 100 when we duplicate him. And then 115 when we duplicate him again. This run pan, it does work out. It's a pretty cool one, though, because you can look at it. I feel like it's easy to say, man, this is not a good sketch to start for Shadowsiege, right? And obviously you're not going to play Shadowsiege, right? Or you're not going to pick Shadowsiege or sketches individually on this run, because why on earth would you? That would not make sense in a run with 5 Dregs, 4 Train Stewards, and a Forge and 2 Tombs. That's 12 units that you have to get rid of before Sketches works. I don't actually dislike Sketches, though, because I think that Sketches, on average, if you don't have a unit in your starter, is going to give you reasonable value in most runs, because you're just going to play, like, 4 of a good unit, and you don't have to play them out. Because the big problem with playing a lot of units in your run is, of course, draw priority. You can't play them all in a timely manner. Sketches bypasses that, but they are played on the middle floor. Why do I not like sketches? Hang on a minute. Couldn't you just take sketches? Oh, no, the problem is when they get played in a random order. That's the problem with sketches. The problem is you have no control over how they get played onto your floor. Yeah. And so the problem with sketches is you have no control, so if you need to put like a Husk Hermit in the back, you can't. So sketches is good for things that don't need to be worried about their positioning, like Shardsoul Carver or... Emberforge can stay. I'm only going to have 3 Shadowsieges. Like Shardsoul Carver, Sirens, things like that. But things where you need a front line and a back line, like in Awoken, it's bad. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, in a lot of clans, you don't actually... Pardon me, 1 second. In a lot of clans like Awoken, you only have 1 unit that's your carry, and you have to play cards on them to scale them. It's not an aura thing. And like in Umbra, putting a Gorger in the back is just death. Yeah, okay. Man, Sketches sounds really good when you're playing Shadowsiege, though. Oh, buddy. That sounds pretty nuts. The survival of Shadowsiege is not in question here, by the way. We're just going to play Immortal Trade on him every turn. I could play Void Binding. I'm gonna be lazy now. I did what I wanted to do, which was get this run going. We don't have to min-max. This episode's longer because we're playing for fun. I'll probably timestamp the start of the second run, actually, for you. I think I will. Oh, you can skip the first run if you want. But you get a 2-for-1 on Trample Penumbra being on the run. Well, Trample Penumbra is not a carry, usually. He's just, you get a little bit of value and then you move on. And he's great for it. You saw him do a lot of work in the early game. He pops off. There are some combats that Trample Penumbra does solo, also. Like, an uninfused set of party boys dies to Trample Penumbra. Lordy he has a little trouble with, but, you know. He's not a bad unit. And his biggest problem is that he's in Umbra, of course. He's held back by the Umbra clan. But that's not his fault. Trample Penumbra tries his best, okay? And we respect him for it. But, you know what I realized? And I understand why. But there's no way to... Like, there's no relic that removes cards from your deck. I was thinking about Empty Cage in Play the Spire as an example of a relic that removes cards from your deck. Penumbra should go top floor to deal with random 15 attack enemies going by me. Patient Seraph should only be up here twice. Here's a Void Binding to make him safe. Patient Seraph should go... Oh, he didn't go middle floor. Right, because he doesn't have to go middle floor. Of course. This is one of those boss pattern things where, because he put the melee weakness here and then moved up instead of... Or went up... Wait, what did he do? I've already forgotten. I don't remember. Oh yeah, he was up here. He didn't have to go down. That's like the deviation in the boss patterns right there. Yeah, that's the deviation. The bosses have a... So normally the boss will move to a floor and attack it, right? Like, he'll move to the floor and apply melee weakness. Sometimes, if there's a unit on the floor that he's currently on, he will apply it instead to the floor that he's currently on, and then move randomly. This doesn't happen on single floor setups, though, which is why we don't see it all that often, because most runs these days are single floor setups. You don't play multiple different floors anymore. No, Emberforge! He was doing so well! Goodbye, my friend. Trample Penumbra does get to do a little something down here, though. There you go, buddy. Every point of damage he takes off is good. So long, Emberforge. We can't save him. It's very sad. I'm a little surprised that Lifesteal works how it does. I actually did not know. I was unaware. This was a fun little run back, though. I'm glad we did it. It didn't take long, anyway. That was like, it was less than 20 minutes, actually. It was like 20, it was like 18 minutes. We finished the last one at around 17 or 37 minutes into the video. So a quick little run back for Shadowsiege. A fun little thing though to show off a run where you take sketches with 10 units and then just pivot out. I did get a little lucky though, to be fair. There's like one or two combats where you just miss and die, but it didn't happen, so who cares, right? You just play to the odds as best you can. 17 minutes. Yeah, I mean, also fastest run I've played, but it doesn't count because it was a seeded run. But yeah, you just play to the odds in a run like this. If you want to have fun with it, you go, hey, I got Shadowsiege, I'm going to duplicate him, and I'm going to remove as much as I can with my money to give myself the best chance for sketches. And sometimes it works, and sometimes you die. Anyway, thanks for watching a little Monster Train double feature for you. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.